We are looking at the 10 most profitable faceless niches that are still hidden in 2026. Let's jump into these ones very, very fast. Before we go any further, I'm going to call upon you. If you've not subscribed to our channel, you're missing out on a lot, because every day we put out a video that is going to allow you to get a clear understanding of different kinds of niches that are blowing up and how you can be able to capitalize on them, how you can emulate what's working and be able to make money in this very year. So now, if you feel this is something that you would love to get access to on every single day, you want to subscribe to this channel. So please subscribe to the channel so that you can be able to get access to these videos on a daily basis. When you subscribe, it keeps us going and bringing these new niches to you in the most simplest ways. So thank you for the subscription. Let's jump in. Now let's look at this channel. It's called Whiskey Raven. They have 18 videos already that they have made, and when you look at what they have done with this, they already have 221,000 views, which is quite good. And when you look at the videos that they are doing, they are shockingly simple. They're doing mostly videos which are AI generated with an AI generated voiceover, but also with images that are used as layover, which are AI generated. And they are showing these captivating stories, which are mostly about outlaws and what they did, stories that happened to them when they're out there. These are really great stories, because these are stories that are really captivate and bring out the elements that happen mostly in the 18th and 19th centuries back then in the United States. People love to hear these stories, but when you're doing these kinds of stories, you want to really bring them out in a much more better way. Now, if you are decided to go into such a niche, you want to do your research. Niche research is very important. Why are these videos blowing up? Why are they doing so well? How can I emulate the style of their thumbnails? Because the style of their thumbnails, they are quite clear and really bring out the picture of the stories that they want to relate to, and the times when these stories happened that they are relating to, which is quite important when you're jumping into such a niche. Now, this kind of niche is a history niche, so the RPM is going to be very high, and you're going to make quite a huge sum of money. I believe this channel is already doing over $10,000, given the few videos that they have put out, and they will even grow more. They have the capacity to even do more than $40,000 if they keep on doing what they are doing, which is quite good. So it is important for you to. Now, let's go into the next niche. Now, when you go to this one is called Sleep Nomad. They have already 105 videos. When you look at what they have in terms of views, they have 2.6 million views, and this is really good. What they're doing, their videos are mostly about philosophy and psychology of sleep. Now, people are having problems when it comes to sleep. They always want to get some good night's sleep, and others are even having insomnia. They cannot be able to sleep very well. So when you are doing such videos, you want them to really pick up with different kinds of stories. Now, what they're doing stories about these characters, and the videos are quite simple. It's majorly a voiceover that is quite lengthy, because their videos are over 2 hours as I'm seeing them, but also the image is static. It's not like that they're using different kinds of images. This is something that you can do. When you look at such stories, the stories are very simple to create, but you can do them. But even when you look at the length of their videos, the videos are quite long, which are over 2 hours. This is good when you go into such a niche, even when the views are not really so much, because they are getting videos that are doing 25,000 views, 12,000 views, 14,000 views, which is not quite so big. But given that their videos are quite lengthy, that puts them very high in terms of the earning radar, because the revenue per mil, I believe, is even over $20, given that the videos are quite lengthy and people watch for a lengthy time. This is quite important. This is one of the easiest niches that you can jump into. How can you emulate it? You can go to a tool like 11 Labs, be able to make voiceovers, or you can go to even a cheaper tool like Gen AI Pro, where you can be able to create cheaper voiceovers. This makes it very easy for you to make these voiceovers, but also when you want to narrate them, you want to copy the style of the narration. Now, a tool like Gen AI Pro can really help you to emulate the voice that they're already using, and you can be able to emulate such a voice that is similar to what they're doing and create a unique kind of voice that is good when it comes to the narrations and also how they design their scripts. These are things that you can be able to do to capitalize on an opportunity like this for this channel that is quite simple to create. Now, let's go into this one. This one is called Seniors Circle. Senior Circle is also a channel that is doing quite well. They are getting an insane amount of views. Now, the health niche, as we know, it is really quite good. But when you are doing a health niche and you are doing videos about things that can enhance the health of people who are 40 years and older, that is also much more lucrative. People who are 70 years, 80 years, 50 years, and the things that they can do to make to build their bodies. Now, this one is talking mostly about muscles and how the things that they can eat to keep their muscles intact and how they can build their bodies and their body mass, which is quite sought after. So in the health niche, which has an RPM of over $14, you will be able to make quite a huge sum of money. This channel is making even over $30,000 because the videos are doing quite well, and it only has 23 videos. When you look at the number of views that they have done 1.9 million views with only 23 videos. Now, when you look at the consistency with the thumbnails, the texts are put in the same place. They are at the top. They're placed at the top of the thumbnail, but also the elements in the character, they really depict what they are talking about. And in terms of the arrows, the arrows also really show more about how people can really use these elements that they are talking about, food items, to enhance the building of the muscles, and also for other health benefits that they are talking about in the thumbnails. This is something that is good. These channels have patterns that are very replicatable. They are blowing up. They're doing very well. When you're going into such a niche, you want to emulate what is working. What is working for them? How can you emulate it? How can you recreate it in a way that is simple and very informative for the people who are watching your videos? Now, if you're getting services of people who are going to do voiceovers for these videos, the voiceovers you can do them for yourself. But for the video footage, I believe there are video editors who can do these kinds of videos at a very, very cheaper cost, which is even under $25. And that means you can be able to put out videos on every single day, and you can be able to outperform other people who are in this niche in a much more better way. Let's go for this one. This one is called History on the Walls. When you look at it, they are also doing well. This channel is mostly talking about the dark stories and secret stories and tragic stories that happened mostly in various mansions, but mostly in Europe. When you look at their thumbnails, they are simple. They show these mansions and the texts are quite simple. A yellow text coupled with a white text, which is mostly good. But also, when you look at the length of the videos are quite lengthy, but the animations are simple. It's mostly still photos that are used for the animations, but the narrations of the stories, it is captivating. You want to copy each and every element. I've always told you, when you are doing this niche research and you go into any niche, you want to emulate what they're doing. You look at the patterns. Why are they blowing up? You fetch out those videos that are working out very well. Why are they performing very well? How can I emulate them? What are they doing that I can emulate? This is something that you can be able to capitalize on when you're doing research. And finally, when you decide to go into this niche, you know what to do exactly in terms of the things that are working out, that are going to enable you to also blow up on YouTube and be able to capitalize on the trend that is already working. Now, this one is also shockingly good. The channel is called Tudo Tech HD, and what they are doing mostly, it is various kinds of narrations of elements and things that we eat. They have 135 videos, and they already have 46 million views. Now, I got this channel. This channel is mostly doing videos in Portuguese, but I loved their thumbnails. Their thumbnails are quite captivating. It is a tech related channel. Mostly they're doing videos in a documentary style, but the way they're putting out these thumbnails, they are food related, but also they do videos on other topics, but the thumbnails are quite captivating. They bring out the elements in a much more compelling way, and people are compelled to click on these kinds of videos. Now, what is the major work when you're doing these videos? They're doing videos that are averagely 10 minutes longer. Now, when you want to outcompete such a channel, you want to do videos that are really even much more longer. But when it comes to the thumbnails, when you're researching the topics that you're going to do, mostly you want the thumbnails to be quite captivating as they are with this channel. But what you can do, given that they are doing videos mostly in Portuguese, you can do this channel in English. You can do it. You can even do it in Spanish to capture the Spanish audience and be able to capitalize on this and make money. I believe they are making over $15,000 when it comes to these kinds of videos, because the channel is blowing up and the videos are quite good. But also, you want to have the consistency. You see that they posted a video 10 days ago, and they have just posted this one 3 days ago. They don't have that kind of consistency. So if you can do videos that are quite many, and you have different kinds of batches that you can be able to source out from the editor who is doing the videos for you, you can be able to have that kind of consistency that is going to make you outcompete this channel. Given that you would have emulated most of the elements that are making them go viral, you can be able to do that in a much more better way. Now, before we go any further, if you've missed out on subscribing to this channel, it is something that is going to put you ahead of over 95% of the people who have not subscribed, because with this channel you get access to daily new niche ideas that you can go into and be able to make money. Now, if you are that person who wants to make money, then you are one of us. Please subscribe to this channel and be able to get access on these new videos that we put out on every single day to help you get a better understanding of the various niches that you can jump into, so that you make an informed decision of making money in 2026. So let's go into this one. This one is also a niche that I love. This channel is called Warren Buffett Academy. They have 52 videos, and when you look at the views that they have with these 52 videos, they already have 542,000 views. Now, this is quite good. This is one of the simplest niches that you can go into, because what they're doing a voiceover that is cloning the exact voice of this character, and what they are coupling it with, mostly it is a still image, which is just one image. Now, when you're doing such a video, what you're going to do, you want to be able to research mostly the topics that are captivating, but also the information that is in the voiceover has to be captivating and really in line with the topics that you're talking about, because people are going to mostly listen to it in a podcast kind of style, and they are going to watch it in the podcast kind of style, which is quite good, given that the videos are quite simple. You want to make them longer, 30 minutes long, when you're going into such a niche. But I believe this is one of the easiest niches that you can go into if you use tools like Gen AI Pro to create voiceovers, and you can be able to capitalize very fast on such a niche. This niche is easy. You can put out a video every day. This is what I would advise you. Put out a video every day, and when you continue to blow up, the videos are going to propel you, because it's a finance niche. You can be able to even increase your revenue per meal. When you are starting out, it's going to be kind of trying to get what works. When you get what works, these videos are even doing over $20 when it comes to the revenue per meal, which is a finance niche. And this is something that you want to capitalize on when you are starting out, because the videos are super simple to create. Now, when you go into this one is called Comam. Incomam is a channel that is also mostly doing stories about different kinds of characters. Now they're doing well. The way they are editing their videos, it is lovely. But what I zeroed down to, when you look at such a channel, the topics that they are doing, they are mostly targeting audiences that speak Portuguese. Now, when you want to look at a channel that is working well, you want to look at how they are creating their thumbnails, how they are creating their titles. If the titles are working well, and they're working well for people who are speaking that kind of language, like Portuguese, you can emulate that very style in English. If the topics are working out for those people, then they are going to be captivating for also people who are speaking another language. This is something that you can emulate. You see that they have quite a small number of videos. They have 12 videos, and they already have 643,000 views, which is quite good. This is a channel that is performing well, and I believe you can be able to emulate the very style of what they are doing, and do it in even more other languages and in a captivating way. This one also, it came on our list because they are doing a very good job. It's a science related channel. It's called Science Simplified for All. When you look at the videos they've done 42 videos, and they have 9.3 million views, which is quite insane and shocking. When you look at the simplicity of these videos that they're doing, the thumbnails are quite simple. They're showing elements with a yellow text that is mostly filling the thumbnails, which is quite simple. But the way they are explaining these characters, I mean, it's simple. It's mostly still images, and how they explain these characters in the most simplest way. Now you can go into this niche and you can dominate it, because the science niche, it is one of the niches where there aren't very many channels that are really doing a very good job in terms of having the variety in the explanations and how things are explained in the most simplest way. You want to keep it simple, just the way they are doing it. You want to see how they're doing their voiceovers, and how they're choosing the topics that are blowing up. That is very important. When you're looking at a channel, try to look at the popular videos that are really blowing up. And when you look at those, this puts you in a much more higher position to perform, because you're also doing videos on topics that are already performing very well. But also the way you are formulating your titles, it is similar to the way the channel that is already performing is formulating their own titles, which is quite good. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to YouTube. That is one of the best things that I've understood. But also I've understood that you want to do proper niche research, so that when you're finally going into something, you've outlined or you've figured out what are the things that are working for that specific channel. How can I emulate them, and how can I replicate them in a much more better way? Also, when you look at this channel that we have on this list, this channel is also doing quite well. They have 101 videos. It's called Mig Oro Edu, and they have 2.5 million views. Now, what they are doing, they're mostly explaining different kinds of mysteries, things like telepathy. They're explaining mostly impossibility, things that happened. They're explaining videos about inventors, different kinds of topics that they are putting out. But the way they put them out, it's quite simple in a way that is really understandable. And what they are zeroing down to, it is mostly explaining these videos with B-roll footage that is astronomy and space kind of videos that people love. And these you can do. When you look at their videos, most of these are over 12 minutes. This is something that you can even do better. You can do videos that are over 20 minutes in this very niche, and you can also emulate the style of the thumbnails that they are doing, because their thumbnails are quite captivating. They have been done well in a very simple way, but they highlight the characters that they are mostly talking about, which puts it ahead, and it has this uniqueness with how they are doing their videos. This is something that you can emulate, because most of these elements, the videos are AI generated, the voiceovers are AI generated, the thumbnails can be created with tools that are very simple. You can use Canva to recreate them. If you're not redesigning them yourself, you can use a tool like Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio is a free tool that you can use to create thumbnails. You can get a style of this thumbnail and you can put it in there, and it can emulate it and redesign thumbnails in this way, which is quite good. Now, when you look at this other channel that we have, which is the last channel that we have on our list, it's called Cosmic Discoveries. This channel is quite simple. You can create it. The way they are doing their kinds of videos, they are talking about mostly shocking things that scientists have discovered in the cosmic realm, and the discoveries that are going to impact humanity. They're mostly doing narrations of these videos, and they're explaining these mysteries, how they are happening, how they are going to affect us. And when you look at what they have done, they have 31 videos and they've already done 2.1 million views, which is quite good. I love what they've done, which is simple. They're mostly explaining things in the space of quantum physics and astrophysics. People love these kinds of videos because they don't know these things. So when you are doing research, you want to do research on the topics that they first of all love. You want to do research on the topics that are doing well. You also want to do research on the topics that are quite blowing up. And also the emulation of the thumbnails. If the thumbnails are doing well, why do you reinvent the wheel? Do that specific kind of style that is already performing well, and you can be able to emulate also the style of the videos and do a successful channel that is capturing an audience that is already available. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you've not yet subscribed to our channel, you are missing out on a lot. We put out videos on every day to help you get a sense of the new faceless YouTube ideas that are blowing up, and with this you can be able to emulate them and even make money in these various kinds of niches. Now, if this is something that you want, then you are one of us. So I'm going to call upon you. Please subscribe to the channel so that you get access to even more newer videos that we are going to put up, because we do this on a single, on every day. So if you want to be a part of the channel that is really doing proper research to bring you different and distinct kinds of videos on a daily basis, please subscribe, and see you in the next video.